Here is another one of the two-car garage roof framing videos, and thought I would do something a little different here with a double roof. And I really don't know what this design is, so feel free to chime in and share an opinion. I will call it the double roof, maybe even a stackable double roof. And I'm going to provide you with a couple of different options here. So here you can see where we have the fascia board come through, and on the back I'm going to do it a little different here and provide you with two other ways to finish this, including one where the fascia board could be nailed to the wall framing studs to provide some cantilever support here. And in some cases you might even be able to get rid of the lookouts if this isn't going to be very long. And by very long, that would really depend upon whether or not there's going to be any snow on the roof. And for those of you who aren't familiar with my videos, I'm going to go ahead and provide you with a few details to look at, and then we're going to take the roof apart. And of course we will put it back together. But I think it works better for most when explaining something to see what it actually looks like, and then take it apart and put it back together. Now let's go ahead and focus on how this is framed here. And I'm using a 2x4 with a 2x4 ridge. You can always use a 2x6 or even a larger rafter, depending upon how the ceiling underneath is going to be finished. And if you noticed, I went ahead and stretched the ledger out a little longer so that I could provide additional structural support to the fascia board. And I did this on both sides of the front. And you could even do this in the back where the fascia board was cut and didn't continue all the way up. And of course you can always mix and match some of the stuff that you see in the video that might work better on other sections. And for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, I am not a structural engineer, and this is only meant to provide you with a model of something that can be built. However, you might want to contact a structural engineer in your area to verify any of the information in this video, including lumber sizes. For example, I'm using 2x8 for my roof rafters. I have a 4x12 beam and a 4x12 beam here. And for example, this garage header might need to be larger, or this section of the roof might need to be redesigned to make it work in your area. And that might depend upon whether or not you have a snow load or not. And how I figured the placement of the beams was simply divide the front length of the building into 3 sections. However, you don't need to do that. You can put these beams wherever you want to. And again, the location of these beams might also require you to use larger beams or even smaller ones in some cases. So here you can see where we have a 20-foot wide garage, 2-car garage, and if we divide this into 3 sections, we're going to have 6'8". However, you could divide it into quarters, but of course the one thing you couldn't do would be to divide it into half, because that would provide you with a regular roof. And now that we have torn it apart, let's go ahead and start putting it back together so that you can see the construction process. And even though you don't have to follow this all of the time, you might be able to make some changes here and there. So here we've built our wall on top of our structural support beams, and I won't be providing you with any measurements. However, if a group of you, for example, if I get 20 requests in the comment area to provide you with measurements, then I will do so. But if I only get 1 or 2, then that probably isn't going to happen. I've been trying to figure out what type of videos my viewers want to see, and that hasn't been working. So I'm probably going to end up making most of the videos I feel like making, or at the very least try to make more of the videos I see that are working. Now there is one thing I left out when taking apart the garage, and that would be the rafter ties. You're going to need rafter ties at the top, but you might not need them at the bottom. And I didn't put any collar ties in here because this roof isn't very big. However, you might also need to install collar ties. And of course, the rafter ties are used to prevent the walls from spreading out as weight is applied to the top of the roof and trying to force it down. So I would definitely put them at the top, but usually the beams provide you with enough support to prevent it from spreading in this direction at the bottom. And again, I'm using the word usually, which might also mean hopefully, but might not mean really. So again, check with your local building authorities so that your house doesn't fall down. And of course, we have gable studs. We got 2 different sets of them. The 2 on this side would match, and then this one one here would match, and of course it would match with the other side. And you might need to space these out differently. They might need to be closer together or even spaced a little further apart. And the locations of them might need to be changed if you're going to be installing any gable vents or would be looking for a particular design with the gable vents. Next up, let's go ahead and install the fascia board. Not too difficult. And of course, this video will eventually become part of a playlist of videos I've already made on a variety of different two-car garage designs with a breakdown like I'm showing you in the video here. Now, another thing I need to point out, and that is that you might need to install larger plywood. And of course, we did that on the other side. 2 foot is usually the minimum width of a piece of roof sheathing. And if that's the case, then you will need to cut this one and this one to make it work. And if not, then definitely do what you did on the other side to save a few dollars. And that brings us to the end of this video. Any questions, comments, leave them in the comment area. And if you enjoyed the video, let us know by hitting the thumbs up button.